Well, here we are with Chandler Harnish, and the night of finding out from getting the phone call from the NFL draft that the Colts had picked him as the very last pick. What was it all like at your folks' house?
Well, it was just unbelievable because it was a roller coaster of emotion all day. I was pretty confident going into today. I was thinking, okay, maybe 5th or 6th round, and then you just didn't hear the name called. You didn't hear it called, and it started to get hard. I was frustrated. I was down. I was tired. It was a long day. And then it started heating up right there at the end of the 6th round, going into the 7th. It started heating up. I started getting phone calls and text messages, and then it got to the end, and I was all but out of hope. And the Colts called, and I talked to the GM, Ryan Grigskin, and he's like, hey, we want you to be a Colt. And I was like, I would love to be a Colt. And he's like, congratulations on being Mr. Irrelevant, and we can't wait to have you here and make an impact on our team. So it was complete elation and shock, happiness, relief, you name it, we had it. It was just such a great experience.
Yeah. Yes. Did you ever think, as in your growing up, of being a professional football player, that ever crossed your mind?
Not growing up. I think it's every kid's dream to be a professional player of any sport. And I was always pretty real with myself. I never thought I was going to be an NFL player. And as my college career progressed, I started to see my improvement, and I started to see my potential. And I realized about my junior season, I said, hey, I can do this for a career. I think I could play in the NFL, and I just continued to pursue my goal and just perfect my craft every single day and continue to work. And I never accepted mediocrity or just having some success. I want more and more and more. And I think that's what's gotten me to this point so far.
Was there anyone in particular at Northern Illinois that instilled in you that thought and first came up with the idea that you were an NFL caliber player?
I think that my last 2 quarterback coaches I had, I had 4 in my career, but my last 2, Jim Zabrowski and then Matt Canada, 2 very influential guys in my life. They taught me a lot about the game, and they just helped me progress as a quarterback and improve from day to day. And those 2 guys I owe a lot of credit to.
Yeah. Now, what kind of a conversation was it that you had with Mr. Grigson?
Just it was very brief, but at the same time a conversation I'll never forget. We talked about becoming a Colt, and we both shared the same agent. When he played, he had the same agent as me. So he's like, tell Cliff congratulations on becoming a Colt and getting drafted, and we can't wait to have you here. And then he passed me off to Coach Pagano. And then I talked to him real briefly, and we just had a nice conversation. And then they're like, hey, now enjoy it with your family and friends, watch it on TV. And I did that. And we had some pretty good footage that will never be deleted, hopefully.
Yeah, right. Now, what's the process? Do you have any idea with Cliff as to how this all goes down from now on out?
Yeah, I report to Indianapolis this next week on Thursday and get ready for rookie mini camp, and then from there you get ready for OTAs, and then you go into regular mini camp, and you have a little bit of time off in July, and in July is where they do your contract and things like that. And then after about the end of July, you start getting ready for the preseason. You go through training camp, preseason, then you're in the regular season. So there's really no breaks, but that's the way I want it.
Yeah. You think of, okay, they went with Andrew Luck and Did they pick up? I don't know, but did they pick up any other quarterbacks in that?
They just picked up Andrew this year, and he's a great player, obviously. And, they have 2 others on roster, but my goal, I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to go in and control what I can control, just play hard and help the team get better and compete at the position, and just make everyone else around me better. And that's the goal of the quarterback is to lead and to work hard and to make everyone else around him better.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go and have fun and be professional and try to make a career out of it. But at the end of the day, I want to leave a legacy, just like I did at Northern Illinois. And you got to start from the bottom. But hey, I'm willing to work my way up.
Yeah. That's a thing where, of course, did you think that some other team might go for you?
You never have an idea, but you had your thoughts throughout the draft. Maybe Tampa Bay or maybe Seattle would come through, or Minnesota or Kansas City, teams that you had a lot of interest in, or teams that had interest in you, and it just didn't work out. And that's one thing I learned throughout this process is you can't count on anything. It's a business, and they have to do what's best for their organization. Nothing's ever personal. No, I'm good.
You're good. Okay. His kitchen actually is closed, but we're good. Okay.
Yeah. So. Where were we? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, I don't know, but you're looking that this is going to be with the possibility that other teams didn't go.
Right. Yeah. You can't count on anybody. It just. It's a business, and you have to do what's best for yourself. They have to do what's best for their organization. But at the end of the day, it's just all about making a team and getting that opportunity, and that's what I have.
Okay. All right. Well, okay.
Hey, man. Thanks for coming out.
Yep. All right.
Good seeing you.
Yeah, see you. Have fun.
All right, thank you.